television. First, the headlines. The Omani-Qatari Joint Committee reviews investment projects between both countries as two memoranda of understanding are signed in consumer protection and development bank fields. The Symposium on Al Mahala bin Abi Sufra recommends the development of a national strategy to preserve Omani history and the establishment of a national scientific fund to finance humanitarian researchers. And as part of a trial phase of the pisciculture farm project in the Wilayah of Qarayat, the first batch of coffer fish is produced. Those were the headlines, now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency Nikos Anastasiades, President of Cyprus, on the death of his mother. The Oman-Qatar Joint Committee in its meeting in Doha reviewed investment projects between both countries. From the Omani side, the meeting was headed by His Excellency Darwish bin Ismail al-Balushi, Minister responsible for financial affairs, while the Qatari side was chaired by His Excellency Ali Sharif al-Ahmadi, Minister of Finance in Qatar. The projects that the meeting focused on included Ras Ahad Guest House, Kawa Cars, Al Mira Consumer Goods Company, as well as a project for the development and activation of two Jabro quarries in Katmat Malaha area. The meeting also reviewed investments in Dukum Special Economic Zone, as well as the agriculture and fisheries sector that will achieve food security in addition to existing cooperation between the two countries in the economic, investment, cultural, touristic, transport and sports fields. On the sidelines of the meeting, two memorandums of understanding were signed in fields of consumer protection and development banks. The International Symposium, which dealt with the personality of Al Mahala bin Abi Sufra, came out with many recommendations, including the development of a national strategy to preserve Omani history and heritage involving government and private institutions, and the establishment of a national scientific fund to finance research in humanitarian fields. The Symposium also recommended the formation of an Information and Technical Committee to issue films and television series about historical figures and guide graduate students in universities and scientific institutions to study the personality of Al Mahala bin Abi Sufra. The attendees of the Symposium have called for educating the community to preserve the history of Oman, including its personalities, sites and heritage, and transfer it to future generations. The Symposium received a great interaction reflected by the means of social media, which showed the awareness of the citizens and brothers in some Arab countries of the importance of narrating the biography of the Omani champion while stressing their pride in his personality and heroism. Within the framework of the training plans adopted by the Royal Navy of Oman with sisterly and friendly countries, which aim to exchange expertise and maintain high efficiency in various military fields, a number of vessels from the Royal Navy of Oman and the Iranian Navy carried out yesterday the joint maritime exercise Search and Rescue in Iranian territorial waters. It included training courses for rescue procedures and marine search requirements. The implementation of this annual exercise comes on the sidelines of the meetings of the Joint Omani-Iranian Military Friendship Committee held in Tehran, where the two sides discussed a number of topics on the agenda of the meeting which will contribute in upgrading relations and cooperation between the two countries. The Ministry of Education concluded the Holy Quran competition by awarding the winners at 3 levels. The 41-year-old competition aims to instill good values and morals among students and stresses the importance of memorizing the Holy Quran and following its teachings. The Governorate of North Sharqiya achieved first place, followed by Al Dakhliya Governorate in second place, and the third place was achieved by the Governorate of North Batna. The conclusion ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Manfooth al-Manthri, Chairman of the State Council. The first ton of cofferfish as the first trial phase was produced in the Walaya of Kuwait in the pisciculture farm project. Around 400 cofferfish will be produced after the month of Ramadan, which will be the start of actual production. The produce will be sold in local markets. After 1 year, the pisciculture project will provide local markets 20 tons on a monthly basis. Part of the production will be exported outside the Sultanate. The project is the first of its kind in the Walaya of Kuwait. It came within the Sultanate's approach to support various production sectors that will increase the national income of the Sultanate. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Directorate of Nursing at the Directorate General of Health Services in the Governorate of Al Dakhiliya organised the first National Nursing Research Forum. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. An aid group brought a boat with 105 migrants to Sicily today after a bureaucratic standoff by the Italian Coast Guard left the migrants exposed to the elements for over a day. The group SOS Mediterranean said the passengers included 34 minors, including 6 children under 13 from 9 countries. The migrants were rescued on Sunday off the coast of Libya by the Spanish group Pro Activa Open Arms, which hosted them on deck aboard their 9-metre sailboat Astral. The group asked them to transfer them to the bigger and more stable Aquarius ship of the SOS Mediterranean group, but the Italians argued that authorisation had to come from British authorities since both ships were British flagged. A dam burst its banks in Kenya's Rift Valley, killing at least 41 people and forcing hundreds from their homes. At least 20 of them, the dead, were children. Water burst through the banks of the Patal Dam in Solai, Nakuru County last night, sweeping away hundreds of homes, including those on the expansive Nyakenyua estate that borders the reservoir. Almost an entire village was swept away by silt and water from the burst dam. Officials said homes over a radius of nearly 2 kilometres were submerged. Close to 40 people were rescued from the mud. The area has 7 dams used by a commercial farm. More than 225,000 people in Kenya have been displaced from their homes since March due to heavy rain. 4 rare felines, known as the world's fluffiest cats, have a new home at Chester Zoo in the north of England. The 4 brothers arrived in the UK from Krakow Zoo in Poland, and it's the first time the zoo has cared for the animals, which are known as palace cats. The curator of mammals at the zoo said the breed have the densest and longest fur of any cat species, contributing to their endangerment. Pallas cats are rarely seen in their native southern Siberia, Central Asia and China, where they are under threat. The most recent population estimate suggests only around 15,000 remain, with conservationists fearing that number is in continuous decline. Pallas cats are named after the naturalist Peter Pallas, who first described the animal in 1776. They are similar in size to domestic cats, but stockier. The historically important Farnese blue diamond, which was passed down through European royal families for some 300 years, is to go on sale for the first time next month in Geneva, Switzerland. More details in the following report.
The historically important Farnese blue diamond, which was passed down through European royal families for some 300 years, is to go on sale for the first time next month, according to auctioneers at Sotheby's Jewellery Department.
It is very special for two reasons. One is the color, which is a fantastic point of the blue, 6.16 carats, combined with an amazing history. It was a gift to Isabella Farnese, Italian princess who married the King of Spain, Philip V.
Expected to fetch nearly $5.3 million, the 6.16-carat dark grey blue stone from the Golconda diamond mines of India was first given to Elizabeth Farnese, daughter of the Duke of Parma, in 1715 when she married Philip V of Spain.
It is amazing diamond that managed to remain in the hands of the ruling family of Spain, France, Italy and Austria until today. So we have 300 years of history completely mapped for the diamond.
It was passed down through more than 7 generations, and as their descendants married into other European families, it travelled from Spain to France, Italy and Austria. The stone will appear in Sotheby's Geneva jewellery sale on 15 May.
I mean, there is a trend for colored diamonds. Today everybody wants to have to own colored diamonds, especially pinks and blues. But I mean, these two stones are really top investment for someone who's looking to buy a superb diamond. And the market for large diamonds seems to be picking up again. And it's not something easy to find, especially at this price. The estimate we have, we think is very fair and onto this market.
An oval diamond ring weighing 50.39 carats expected to fetch almost $8 million, and a round brilliant cut diamond weighing 51.71 carats expected to sell about $9.5 million will also be auctioned off on the same day.
Now back to some more local news. With the participation of more than 20 students from various universities and colleges in the Sultanate, the Internet Olympiad competition was concluded. It is the first contest in this field in the Sultanate. The competition was approved and supported by Cisco Academy. It trained the students on basic principles to implement ideas. An exhibition was organised for the projects of students who participated in the contest. The themes of student projects covered fields such as environment, power and pollution. The Directorate General of Medical Services at Royal Oman Police marked World Nursing Day. The celebration included speeches and lectures reflecting the nobility of the nursing profession. The ceremony shed light on the role undertaken by male and female nurses within the health services system. During the ceremony, a number of retired nurses were honoured and gifts were distributed to children. Around 190 teachers and educational staff have been awarded by the Directorate General of Education in South Al-Sharqiya Governorate as part of the Teachers' Day celebration. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif Al Sarai.
Directorate General of Education in South Al-Sharqiya Governorate celebrated Teachers' Day in the Wilaya of Sur. This annual event is an appreciation of teachers' role and educational staff achievements in the various educational programs.
I am so happy today to be honored in this ceremony, and teachers are the candle that light the way for the students and the new generation.
Various educational institutions celebrate this day at the end of each educational year to show their gratitude to the teachers and to motivate them to produce more creativity and innovation in the ways of teaching and delivering information for students.
I can't talk about my feeling. I'm very happy because I'm from here, and I want to thank you for everyone that's doing or done this ceremony.
This awarding moment expresses the significant role that is played by the teacher in building future generations with priceless efforts, and it ensures his high position in the society. سلطان بن سيف السراعي, ولاية of Sur, South الشرقية Governorate.
To highlight the role of tourist guides in promoting the tourism potentials of the Sultanate, the Directorate of Tourism in the Governorate of South Sharqiya organised a seminar on tourism guiding. It focused on the importance of this profession in raising awareness about tourism investment. It also acquainted participants about the skills required for the tourist guide profession. Tourist guides are regarded as ambassadors for conveying the deep-rooted history, culture and traditions of the country. To foster the importance of research among the nursing cadre, the Directorate of Nursing at the Directorate General of Health Services in the Governorate of Al Dakhiliya organised the first National Nursing Research Forum. Our reporter Salah bin Kalfan Al-Rabi has more details in the following report.
Nursing Research Innovation in Oman, Bridging a Quality Healthcare, was the theme of the first National Nursing Research Forum held by the Directorate of Nursing at the Directorate General of Health Services in the Governorate of Al Dakhiliya, aiming to promote scientific inquiry among nurse researchers.
The theme of this forum is the nursing research innovation that bridging the quality of care. It's a very important theme because there are a lot of gaps, and nursing research are one of the tools that can be used to fulfill the gaps.
The forum focused on displaying different accomplished nursing research studies and fostering the importance of research among the nursing cadres.
Research in simple words is searching for facts, evidences, truth. Nursing as a profession built on evidences, facts. So nursing care it is phases of prevention, management, rehabilitation should based on evidences. So to improve the quality of life, should improve the quality of care, and it should be evidence-based practice.
More than 120 participants and speakers attended the event from the governorates of Muscat, Al Dakhiliya, South Al Batina, Al Buraimi, North Al Sharqiya and Al Dhahira. Meanwhile, 8 papers and 13 poster presentations were discussed, highlighting various topics related to the nursing profession.
Complexities of the environment had been increases, and the healthcare workers as well affected by the complexities. And Ministry of Health, of course, has enhances the following of national patient safety goals and guidance, which is consist of reporting incidents and safety in giving medications.
It is worth mentioning that the Directorate of Nursing in Al Dakhiliya Governorate conducts a number of training workshops and lecture sessions to create a supportive environment for nurse researchers. Research is a vital component of development. This forum is an opportunity to encourage nurses to engage in scientific research in order to achieve better quality in the healthcare field. From the Wilaya of Nizwa, Salih bin Khalfan Al-Rahbi, Al Dakhiliya Governorate.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea and Sea of Oman. Winds will be southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 metres. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The Omani-Qatari Joint Committee reviews investment projects between both countries as two memoranda of understanding are signed in consumer protection and development bank fields. The Symposium on Al-Mahala bin Abi Sufra recommends development of a national strategy to preserve Omani history and the establishment of a national scientific fund to finance humanitarian researchers. And as part of a trial phase of the pisciculture farm project in the Wilaya of Qarayat, the first batch of cofferfish is produced. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.